Good afternoon, everyone. It is July 15th, 2024, and I'm going to continue on today with some more of the comments that I've been getting in this past weekend. It's been a long, hot weekend for me, and I had a medical emergency in the family to deal with, so I didn't get back to some of the answers to even answer these people, let alone be able to get back on the air for a bit. But today I just wanted to get into this, and this is someone wrote into me. Security measures should start with not allowing openly dealing and smoking hard on sidewalks and parks, but they sure take notice if I'm having one beer and even buying it now. I took measures to get a grip. Are they still doing the double talk? And then my response was, it is hard to know where priorities are today. If they arrested everyone for dealing and doing hard drugs, our jails would be overflowing. The only possible answer would be to stop it completely. Example, say the drug cartels who are supplying the drugs and making tons of money off supplying the drugs on the streets to keep people addicted so they keep buying the drugs. Why, just tonight it was announced on the news that the leader of the opposition party, if elected, would shut down injection sites. Well, a few years ago, the Supreme Court ruled it was within the Charter of Rights to have safe injection sites. That is why the Prime Minister is funding the sites. He has no choice. It also saves lives and keeps many addicts off the streets. It is just one big circle with no clear answers. You are damned if you do and damned if you don't. And then another one came in to me. Christine, you are beyond wise. They are desperate beyond repair. And then another comment came in. Oh Lord, to me. And this is the big one I really wanted to talk about tonight, or today, is this came in to me. This is quite another comment here. And build work camps up north where they can learn about Canada. On the subject of liberal double talk, a previous video mentions the effort to save energy. What about how they bring up the building temperature to 34 Celsius because Africans want that, and the rest of us have to run air conditioners year-round. What a waste. Well, this is my response, and I've got more to add to it in the end. I'm not sure I understand your comments fully here. Work camps for who? Also saving on heat, being turned up for people from other countries. The heat in apartments is standard for everyone. However, we all do have different requirements for our body temperatures. So I do fully agree that every apartment should have its own individual thermostat so the person in the apartment can be comfortable according to their body needs. I hope this helps some. But when I talk about being standard, I'm talking about old apartments, like buildings like what I'm in, and it's all central heating. There's no thermostats in your apartment to do it. And you've got the baseboard heaters, which apparently, from what I understand, there is a way of shutting them off, but I'm not a tech person. I don't know how to do it, so there's no way that I'm going to touch it. So, of course, in the wintertime, what happens is that it's really, really hot in the apartment, and people open their windows, and, of course, well, the heat's just going out the window, so, of course, you're losing your energy costs are going up and that. So that's understandable. Then also, during the summers, we have an opposite problem, because at one point we were putting air conditioners in our windows, and then we got a notice from social housing everything changed. And the reason everything changed was because a couple of our air conditioners apparently fell on a couple of people, injuring them, as well as some near misses. So now we have to write for permission to have an air conditioner as well in our windows, and there's certain conditions on which rules where we can place the air conditioners and stuff now. So it's got strict because people were not putting their air conditioners in their windows properly, and they're falling out the windows, and they didn't want anybody else getting hurt. So everything changed. So now I don't bother with an air conditioner. I'm just underneath I go out and buy the industrial fans, the nice big fans, and I just have them blowing on me all day, and I just don't move. But of course this is hard for me because I have my asthma, and the humidity is terrible for asthma. And this is what even some of the people coming from the hot countries are saying. We can get along with the heat because the heat, like I can too, and that's just heat on your body is not bad, but it's the humidity that's added on top. And even those from Africa are for example, are even feeling the humidity. They're finding it extremely hot and trying to find it cold. So they're not completely regulated that way. And then when you look what up north is, you have the opposite problems when you have cold. It's a cold that's very just a plain cold. But when you get the coldness and the dampness with the cold, then you've got a problem. But up north, you don't have that. It's just cold. There's no dampness in it. But when you come further south, you have dampness in it. So again, there I have problems breathing. There my knees are acting up. My arthritis is acting up. And why we all have problems with things. So, I'm glad people are asking questions, because I believe some people may not have the knowledge, or some people may not be able to read. Thankfully, I'm illiterate, definitely. And I'm glad that I can answer some of the questions. As for the work camps, I'm not sure if he's talking about work camps for the immigrants, but that's not going to work. We need to do an education program for certain. I mean, when they come up and they're wondering, well, how do we keep bundled up against the cold? I'll explain to them how they have to layer themselves against the cold. So this is the kind of education that they need to get when they do come to Canada. And honestly, some of my best neighbors here are immigrants, and in the apartment building here, and I get along great with them. And they know what I'm doing with the channel here. They're grateful that I'm trying to help protect them as well, because of the drugs and the alcohol abuse and what's going on down here in Lower Town. So, and they see me coming along, and they see me trying to carry my cart up the stairs, and they're the first ones that very often offer to make sure that they can help me get my cart upstairs. And then I have a couple of neighbors that if they don't see me for a while, because I'm a senior, will knock on my door or give me a call, make sure that I'm okay in my apartment. And that's the way it used to be years ago. But these are the immigrants that are doing it right now. But they appreciate what's done for them in a lot of cases. So not everyone is bad here. And we all have to learn to live together and get along together. So I'm going to leave that there for today. And everyone, take care, be careful. And we are in a heat wave. And don't overdo it. Make sure you've got plenty of liquids. You're drinking lots and lots of liquids, like I'm doing. And stay calm, stay cool, and just don't overexert yourself in this heat. Because even as a child, I never saw this kind of heat waves for as long as well. It would go back to normal. So this is just as hard on me, and the seniors. We're all saying, what happened to Canada? But again, if people don't think that global warming is real, it's very real. So I'm going to leave it there today, everyone, and have a good day. Take care, and we'll talk to you again soon, and bye-bye.